Welcome. My name is Melissa Anderson and I am the Campus Engagement and Research Services Librarian at Southern Oregon University's Hannon Library. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the BizMiner database for business research. BizMiner is a database of industry, financial, and market analysis research. It is searchable, which means that you can find industry reports searching by NAICS code or by keyword. You can also browse industry categories to find reports. One of the special things about the BizMiner database is that it allows you to designate specific geographic areas, such as states, cities, or zip codes, and then run an industry report for that area to get geographically specific industry, financial, or market data. This makes it different from some of the other industry research databases, such as IBISWorld. You can also use BizMiner to gather information about major companies in a particular industry or to collect market research data. As you can imagine, the BizMiner database can be really helpful when you are working on a business plan, so it's a highly recommended resource for those in business research or capstone classes. So, now that you've decided you want to use BizMiner, how do you access it? Hannon Library pays for a subscription to the BizMiner database, so you need to access it from the library website. You can find a link to it in the A to Z list of databases and also on the Research Guide for Business and several other research guides. If you are accessing the database from outside the library, you may need to sign in with your SOU username and password before you can use it. Let's try it now. From the Hannon Library website, click on Databases by title, and then click on B for BizMiner in the A to Z list. Then you find BizMiner in the list and click on it. And you'll be taken to the BizMiner landing page. From there, you can get more information about the types of reports available, or you can go directly to the search for industry reports by clicking on Find Industry Reports. I'm imagining that I am researching the industry of bicycle equipment stores, or more generically, sporting goods stores. If you know your NAICS code, you can enter it right in the search box and start that way. If you don't know it, you can either do a keyword search or you can browse the industry categories below. I do know the code for sporting goods stores, so I'm going to enter that code in the search box. As you can see, that code brought up a bunch of different reports. Many of them are a lot more specialized than the generic sporting goods stores code that I entered in the box, and that's good. The more specific the report I get, the better the information it's going to give me. Since the business I want to start is a bicycle equipment store, I'm going to click on Show Industry Reports for that sector of the industry. Now I have some more choices. I can choose Industry Financial Reports to get important financial information such as industry financial ratios, balance sheets, and profit and loss statements. The microfirm profit loss reports provide information about startups and sole proprietorships. The industry market reports provide trend analysis information for different market areas. The competitive market analyzer reports provide a competitive analysis for a particular industry in a particular area. The sales per square foot reports provide statistics for retail stores in 14 different industries. Like many capstone students, I'm looking for market research information today, so I'm going to click on the Industry Market Reports button that allows me to select my area. If I scroll through the list at the top, I will see that the closest I can get to Ashland is Medford. And that's actually pretty close. You can't always get that close to your market area. Depending on the industry, you might have to choose a larger city or even a state or region for your market area. You can also choose a county for your area, or you can enter a zip code and run a search that way. I'm going to select Medford for my area. And click Access Now. It can take a minute for the database to process your request, but once it does, you'll get a listing for the actual report with an HTML icon that you can then click on to access the report. The database then begins to process your request. When it is ready, you will be taken to another page that you can use to customize your report further. If you are doing research for a business idea or capstone business plan and do not have information about a current business in operation, you can just skip this page. Instead, you will choose either the 3-year report or the most recent update of the report from the tabs near the top of the page. The update report and the 3-year report are going to be very similar, with the main difference being that the 3-year report will show the data changing over time, whereas the update will just provide the most recent data. The 3-year report also has a few extra types of data included. Let's look at a 3-year report for bicycle equipment stores in the Medford area. If you click through the tabs, you'll see that a lot of information is included. You can find out who the main competitors are in this industry in the Medford area, and you can also see what the overall market volume is. You can see what the annual sales are like in different categories, and you'll notice that there is no information about startup sales for 2015 and 2016. Presumably, that is because there were no new startups in those years. The market penetration data is pretty interesting as well. From this, we can see that the Medford area is more saturated than the U.S. market. This is important if you're also using data from a national report, like those from IBISWorld. There is other information available as well about employment, about productivity, about startup performance in the years with startups, about the percentage of the local economy represented by this industry, and about the number of businesses that ceased operating. You can also find out the concentration of franchises or branch operations in the area, which is notably 0% for Medford, which means that all the businesses are local ones. The final tab is for demographics, and this information is from the census, and it's for the larger area around Medford, not for the city alone. These numbers correspond roughly to Jackson County numbers. That's a tour of an industry market research report from BizMiner for a specific geographic area. As I mentioned earlier, if you are looking for financial ratios, profit and loss statements, or other types of information for an industry in a specific area, you will need to choose one of the other types of reports, such as the industry financial reports, for which you can also choose specific geographic areas. To review, BizMiner is a database of industry, financial, and market information. You can use the database to find business and industry information for specific regions, states, counties, and even cities in some cases. In the reports, you can find industry financial ratios, market analysis, information about local competitors, sales data, and much more. If you need help citing information found in the BizMiner database, or if you would like help locating a relevant report, stop by the Research Help Desk at Hannon Library or email me at andersm18@sou.edu. Thank you, and good luck with your research.